What up, everybody? Welcome to Liberate Your Money, episode 25. It is August 2020. Last video I did, I touched on some alt plays that I was playing, closed out of those trades. Now I want to talk about more of the macro scene, like take a look at gold, silver. It just looks like a lot of people are fleeing to scarce assets, which makes sense considering the environment that we're in, with the Fed printing unlimited amounts of money and saying they have unlimited amounts of money, and them just throwing money at the markets. We've got this coronavirus going on. We've got stimulus checks, stimulus bills one after the other. We're working on our second one. The first one was like, I don't know, a couple $1 trillion. They're talking about $3 trillion in this next one. So it's no surprise that people are fleeing to scarce assets and the like. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today's video. Let's head over to the charts. I want to talk about gold and silver because they have been popping off considering their history. And I'm going to do like a double chart here where I can show both of them here. I got silver on the bottom and gold on the top. These are the monthly charts. Each candle represents a month's worth of price action. I'm just going to try to get them lined up here. So what we're looking at here, gold is at an all-time high right now, $2,067, which is crazy. Most of those gains happened since, let's see, back in 2018 is when it bottomed. And this month right here was March of this year, which was the coronavirus month. That's when markets we had a liquidity crisis and everything went to shit. As you can see, silver dumped at that same time. But I mean, if you look at these charts, like, dude, nothing happened with these assets for the past, like, I don't know how many years. Back in 2013, I mean, look at this. It's just like price got stuck in this range for literally years. I mean, how boring. Like, no volatility. Me being in crypto, I'm like, man, where's the volatility, right? I mean, if you look at that, this range since 2013 is stuck in this range from $1,000 to $1,400, and silver was stuck between like $21 and $13. And then the coronavirus hit, and ever since the coronavirus hit, silver has been on a tear, and gold has been on a tear as well. And actually, so has Bitcoin, so has the stock market, so has literally every other asset. So, anything priced in USD right now, I think, is going to have a really good chance at doing well, just for the simple fact that the US dollar is being devalued by the Federal Reserve, printing on unlimited amounts of money. And I think that's why we're seeing people flee to like gold and silver and Bitcoin and these type of assets, and why we're seeing this price appreciation, because people are smart. They know that there's no point in holding your wealth in cash when the government says they have unlimited amounts of spending power, and they said that they will use it at their disposal. So it's like they're showing no signs of slowing down. So there's really every incentive to invest in scarce assets. So it all makes sense, really. And that's kind of what I wanted to hint at, is like, we're seeing it in the markets. People are paying attention. I think silver has got a ways to go. It still hasn't even broken its all-time high. But both of these, I think, are great plays. I mean, they've been going parabolic for the past couple months now. I'm almost thinking that we're due for a correction, but with all this money printing and stuff, it's just like, I'm almost waiting for that the next stock market crash to happen, because I think it's highly possible with the way our economy's in. the state that our economy's in is not good. You know, I mean, people are getting by, and certain businesses are bouncing back, but there's a lot of people hurting, a lot of people out of jobs, a lot of people not paying their rent, a lot of commercial real estate is getting hit seriously hard. I mean, you know, businesses are going out left and right, and then there's nobody that's paying rent on these buildings. So, I mean, there's a lot of problems that I feel like haven't came to the surface yet, and we're going to probably see those in the next, you know, 6 to 12 months. So, I mean, the next 12 months, 6 months, 12 months are going to be insane, I feel like, just with the election and, you know, the transfer of power, if that happens, or, you know, getting over the coronavirus and seeing what happens there, or what type of society we're going to have. Everyone's talking about this remote work and all this other shit, but I think people like working with other people. I don't think that's going to stick. Certain jobs will stay remote, but let's be real here. It's not as bad as they say it is. So let's head over to the Bitcoin chart. And delete all this stuff on the chart here. So this is still the monthly chart. Just want to point out some things that basically tell us that we're bullish as a motherfucker. We draw this line, bang biscuit, we broke out on the monthly. We closed above it, got over, came down, retested this diagonal line, and now we're heading back up. Super duper bullish. If we look below price, there are no other closing months in between where we're at. The next level is right here on the monthly chart, which is about 13.8. I think that's where we're headed. I think we're gonna head to 13.8 here. You know, I don't know how fast. There's gonna be corrections, and if we look at previous bull markets, I mean, we didn't just, you know, this didn't go up in just a straight line, right? I mean, there were months where it went up substantially, but we always had a month or two with a pullback. And, you know, that stings when you're used to 3 months of positive price appreciation if you're long, if you're margin trading, and then it pulls back 30% on you. You're like, holy shit, you know, is this the end of the rally? Well, I mean, that happened, you know, 6, 7, 8 times on the way up. So you really got to prepare yourself for the pullbacks and have strong hands and hold through it, because this is just a cycle for Bitcoin. You know, it's kind of what I wanted to talk about too. You know, it's not, price appreciation isn't cyclical to gold and silver, because they don't have the protocol that Bitcoin has that decreases the rate of supply every 4 years. So if we look at the Bitstamp chart that I have mapped out, we can see that Bitcoin goes in cycles with every halving. See, it was stuck, it bottomed out into this range, we had this range, and then we had halving, and then boom, price appreciated. And then we had another range where price got stuck in, right? We peaked, and then we came down, had a bear market, bottomed out, and then we worked back up to the top of the range, and then we had our second halving. And what happened after the halving? We broke out of the range, just like we did in the first time. And then same thing happened. We had to blow off top, correction, bottom of the range. We tested the range. We didn't quite make it through. I mean, this ascension from the bottom here happened so fast that I think it was just like way too quick, and we had to have that pullback, right? Like back here, it was more of a drawn out accumulation period, where this, like, certain people didn't have time to accumulate, and people made a lot of money on this run up and they sold off, and it was more of like a distribution / accumulation. And then we had the coronavirus dip. You know, this dip wouldn't be here if we didn't have the coronavirus. You know, I bet we would have like bottomed right here and then kind of hugged this line for a while, and then probably broke out, slowly made our way up. But as you can see, we had the third halving in May of this year, and we closed above this range, and we're working our way up, just like we did in previous halvings. So when I say that it's not like Bitcoin's not like gold and silver in the fact that it's rising right now, I think that all of this money printing and everything is just going to be an accelerator for price appreciation for Bitcoin. Now that being said, there's more derivative exchanges, there's more options and different ways to trade Bitcoin which are holding the price back, I feel like. You know, there's a lot of people using margin, and you have cascading events where shorts get liquidated, longs get liquidated, and you have these crazy swings, and that's why Bitcoin is really volatile. But that's a good thing too for traders and investors if they want to get a better cost basis. If it dips a lot, you can get a better entry, right? So it's like you don't look at those bloody days as bad like most people do. They're like, oh, Bitcoin had a 50%, 30% swing to the downside. It's like, yeah, you idiot. Like, it's been going up and down for the past 10 years. Buy the dip. You know, it bounces back. So that's my philosophy. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this chart back up. It puts everything into perspective. You know, we got long-term goals here with my investment with Bitcoin. If you're trading gold and silver, I see you. I get that. I think it's outdated. I think Bitcoin's the better technology and is going to see the better price appreciation. But that's just me. I think the younger generation is going to be technology native, right? They're going to be using this shit. They're not going to be like, how can I buy, like, you know, these little gold and silver rocks? Like, let's Bitcoin. I can trade it on my phone. Like, send it to anybody. Ethereum is also doing great. This is an Ethereum chart. As you can see, it broke out of like its diagonal as well, and got this double bottom, and it broke out of this area, and now it's working its way up. I feel like Ethereum's been undervalued for a really long time. You know, its all-time high was what, 1,400. It's still a quarter of what it was. It's still below $400. So it's like Bitcoin got to 20,000. We're sitting at 11,000. So it's over half. Feels like Ethereum has some catching up to do, like a lot of these altcoins. But a lot of these altcoins I don't think have as much value as Ethereum does. Like, Ethereum is a decentralized protocol that people can build other token ecosystems on top of. So it's like a blockchain layer of the internet where people can build on. So it has this massive utility, and you need to have Ethereum to buy other tokens or to use it. So there's a lot of incentive for people to buy Bitcoin or to buy Ethereum and to use it, and you want to see that with projects. So I think that's why we're seeing this appreciation. The technicals are bananas. I mean, this double bottom is huge. This is a monthly chart, so it's like this thing's gonna run for a while. I mean, we're gonna have pullbacks, but like the bull market is here, right? It looks even cleaner on the weekly chart. It's like the weekly we broke out, boom, it tested it, and it was like we just snapped up here. I feel like we got room to run. So yeah, I think we're gonna make it up to here at least, this 460 area. And I mean, 800's not off the table. All-time highs are 1,400. Those are my plays right now. Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're appreciating like crazy. You know, gold and silver appreciating like crazy too, but the gains have been more in Bitcoin and gold so far this year since the coronavirus hit. So let's do it. That's all I got today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.